three great lessons which I have learned now from my own life experience. But I wish someone could tell me this 10 years back so I could make more out of my life. But now, wherever you are in your life, I want you to learn these lessons. Now the way we experience things is quite different. Now we observe more than we look. We feel more than we touch, and we understand more than we listen. So without wasting your precious time, let's directly dive into it. So the lesson number one is, it's not what you will be doing when you will be having perfect time, perfect resources and perfect knowledge, but it's all about what you can do with whatever knowledge, whatever time and whatever resources you have right in front of you. Believe it or not, but when I realized this, it actually triggered my mind, because I used to wait and I used to complain. You can take the example of this YouTube channel, and you can take the example of this language which I'm speaking right now. I used to complain, I used to blame, and I used to wait for the right time, right circumstances and right knowledge. But can I tell you one thing which I realized? There will never be a right time. No, you will never get right resource and you will never get right knowledge. So that someday is today. That's what I realized. And the moment this thought triggered me, I stood. And you know what I realized after that? I am waiting for the right time, for the right resources and for the right knowledge. But what about the right time, right knowledge and right resources which I have right now? What have I made out of this? Look, whatever time, knowledge and resources you have right now in your hands with you, you have not made enough out of that. You have not made enough out of that. Still you are complaining, you are blaming. Can I tell you one thing? Whatever time, knowledge, resources which you have right now, you can make more out of it. You have not reached to your full potential with these resources yet. So learn how to use these resources, this time and this knowledge which you have right now. Whether you want to start your YouTube channel, or you want to learn this language, or you want to start your business, whatever it is, you have to start it now. You have to start it today. You might have heard a beautiful statement. The best time was to grow a tree was 20 years back. But the second best time is today. So whatever you are going to make and start today, maybe after 6 months you will get the fruit. Maybe after a year you will get the fruit. But if you are going to delay it today, maybe it will take 5 years. Maybe it will take 10 years. And do you think the energy which you are having right now, the same energy you will be having after some time? And listen, if you think you have more responsibilities today, can I tell you one thing? Tomorrow, your responsibilities will come with a different and bigger face. Okay? So understand it. Take action. Don't waste your time. So it's never too late. Okay? Don't wait for the right time, right knowledge and right resources. You have to start now with whatever you have. Now, moving forward, the next lesson. Second lesson is, meet with your next version every day. Meet with your next version every day, and definitely one day very soon you will meet with your best version. So what you are doing every day in your day-to-day life, are you meeting with your next version? When I talk about your next version doesn't look like very rich, very different, very productive, but there is something in your next version which uplifts your self-esteem. So you have to meet with your next version every day. Whatever you were a year back and whatever you were a week back, you are not the same person today, right? So this is how you are going to meet with your next version. And in order to meet with your next version, you must have clarity, vision, where you are going, that destination. Because if you don't have that clarity and vision, then how you are going to meet with your next version every day? So whatever it could be, whatever you have decided, okay, you have to meet with the resources every day, right? It needs to meet with your requirement, with the requirement of that destination. And yes, if not, at least cultivate good habits. At least cultivate good habits. I believe if you cultivate good habits, you know what? The good things, the thing which you are meant for will come in front of you, will come right in front of you. Some habits like waking up early, some habits like reading books, some habits like journaling for your clarity, some habits like working upon your communication, some habits like taking care of your health. And whenever I say this, some people say, we will learn from our own life experience. We do not need to do these things. We do not need to read books. We do not need to learn from here and there. Can I tell you one thing? Life is too short to learn from life itself. Life is too short to learn from life itself. Do you think every time you are damn aware, you know what is happening in the world, you know what is happening in your surroundings, you know what is right and what is wrong? If you are that much aware and conscious, okay, then it's okay. You do not need to grasp from here and there. You can learn only from life experience. But understand, life is too short to learn from life itself. And that's why we need books. That's why we need some people on YouTube. We need some people with podcast. And that's why we need some people in real life, so with whom we can have conversation. If you're not going to meet with your next version, then why even you are expecting that you will meet with your best version? Okay, so that best version, when I talk about, understand there is a person inside you. There is a person inside you, and the moment that person will come out from you, you know what? People will be shocked. The way that person will walk, the way that person will talk, the way that person will handle things, people will be shocked. So that person is inside you, is inside you. When I talk about your best version, that person is your best version, not you. You have not reached to your full potential yet. Moving for the third lesson is do what truly matters to you. Look, there is no point of juggling with a lot of activities, with a lot of unnecessary, irrelevant activities which you are doing in your day-to-day life. I am talking about some unnecessary and irrelevant activities, but do you know what do? You are doing a lot of activities from where you are getting this cheap dopamine, right? And you are quite happy with that. You don't have control on you. This is the problem. So now, instead of juggling with a lot of unnecessary, irrelevant activities, you have to find your priorities. Look, you don't have 200 years to live. First, you have to understand this. Every time you have to remind this thing to yourself that you don't have 200 years to live. You know what? In the blink of the eyes, this life will be gone. And you will be standing with the regret. And what will be that regret? That, where's my life? You will be just noticing that where's your life? And do you know what is regret? Regret is something when there is no looking back. When there is no looking back, even if you are looking back, but you can't do anything about that, right? So you don't have 200 years to live, right? You have very less time. If you are 20, maybe 30 more years are left. If you are 40, maybe 20 more years are left. So you have to understand this thing, and you have to remind this thing to yourself. I'm sorry if I'm saying this, that you have to remind this to yourself every day, but you have to, and then only you will do something which matters to you. So stop wasting time in your life. I know you have watched a lot of videos, but what's the point anyway if you are not understanding? Okay, so you have to get the priorities. You have to get the priorities instead of hustling and juggling with a lot of irrelevant activities, you have to find 5 priorities, maybe 10 priorities on which you are going to work in your day-to-day life. And understand, the compound of same activities, the compound of similar activities is gonna become your destination, not the compound of a lot of activities. I was doing the same. I was quite shocked when I used to see my to-do list, and to-do list is something which I have been doing for so long. It's been years now. It's been years, decades that I have been following my to-do list, and I believe somewhere I became good at time management, not just because I have been following my to-do list, but I have been doing a lot of experiments for time management, for productivity. Okay, so now you have to decide. I want you to do one thing, and I know today's generation, you don't hold pen and you don't take fresh sheet of paper and you don't you don't like writing. I know it. But writing is something which gives you clarity. It's okay, don't do journaling. It's okay if you don't want to do it for now. But at least writing your day-to-day activities. The more you are going to write it, the more you will make it clear. This matters. Okay, this matters. And if you're not gonna write it, I know you will not do. You will do any other irrelevant thing. And now you might be thinking, seriously, I can run my day without to-do list. Do you know what? It's like something when you are driving a car but without holding a steering. So your car is just moving and it will take you anywhere. It will take you anywhere where you don't want to go. Unwanted destination. Right? So start doing what matters to you. It can be anything. Do experiment and you will get to know it. If you are confused about it, do experiments. There are 3 types of people. There are 3 different categories. First category, they don't care what's going on, what type of video they are posting, they judge, they leave. Second kind of category, they listen, they understand, they say sounds well. Third type of category, they listen and they think something got triggered in my mind. They think it's time to take action. Right? They think if I have given my time, it's worth taking action. Now I am seeing that you are not in that first category. The people who are not even watching, just by seeing thumbnail, they are judging. You are in the second category because you reached till here, but you can be in the third category if you are going to implement these lessons in your life. So these were the 3 lessons which I have gotten from my own life experience. I am quite happy because it's been quite long. I have been writing that I will share it with others, and that's why I have shared it with you. And now I want you to take benefit out of these lessons. Alright. So if you want me to come up with the more videos like this one, please let me know in the comment section. It is gonna help me. Okay, please let me know. If you have not subscribed my channel yet, consider subscribing. In this way, you will not miss the upcoming videos. Let's meet in the next video. Bye-bye.